welcome to my YouTube video. My name's Suzanne Bryan. In this video I'm going to demonstrate how to start and stop cables mid-fabric in one color and in two colors. I have another video that shows how to bind off the top here, and I'll link that up in the corner at the end of this video. So let's get started. This is in conjunction with a pillow tutorial that I have on Ravelry called Kolam, K-O-L-A-M, and I'll link it down in the description at the bottom of the video, so if you want to check it out you can. So I've got this little swatch here. We're going to do the one with single color first, and we can see on the chart that we actually have 13 stitches here. There's 6, 7, and 6 more, which is 13. These boxes indicate no stitch. So we can see when we're up here on row 3 that we're actually going to add 5, we're going to create 4 stitches out of this one center stitch. We're going to add 2 stitches here and 2 stitches here. And the way we're going to add it, this one is going to be with a right make 1, a central double increase, and a left make 1. So let me show you how to do this. So we're going to work over, we're going to knit, or we're going to purl 6, because we're on the right side of reverse stockinette, which is the bumpy side. So I'm going to purl 6 and get over to where we want to make the increase, which is on the center stitch, which is the 7th stitch in this case. This is just a little sample. 4, 5, 6. Now let me move the chart out of the way. And I'm going to make this bigger. What we're going to do is we're going to use this bar right here that's between this needle and this needle. We're going to lift it up onto the left needle so it's leaning, pointing to the right. And then we're going to knit into the front of it. This is a right make 1. So we've just made 1 stitch. In this stitch, which is the center stitch, we're going to work a central double increase. And the way you work that is you knit into the back, knit into the front, and bring it off the left needle. And then right here, this little bar that's between those 2 stitches, that's going vertically between the 2 stitches, you're going to put that back on the left needle and knit it through the back leg. Now this is going to be very tight, but we want it to be tight. So now we have our make 1 right here. This is the make 1, and then our central double increase out of that center stitch. Now we're going to make a left leaning make 1. So we're going to pick up the bar right there between the 2 needles, put it on this, the left needle pointing to the left. It's leaning to the left. And we're going to knit this through the back, and it's very, very tight. It really helps to have sharp, pointy needles to do this. So there we have it. We almost lost this stitch, and then we're going to work the last, we're going to work the last 6 stitches. So this is tight, but it'll only be tight for a little while once you come back to it. Now, and I'll work the next row also, the wrong side row, so you can see what to do on that row for this pillow. The pillow is called Kolam. Check it out on Ravelry. So on the wrong side row, we're going to work this row right here. So we're going to knit those 6, purl 2, knit 1, purl 2, knit 6. Okay? So we're going to knit 6, we're going to knit over to that make 1. Here's the make 1. We're going to purl it. We're on the wrong side. We're going to purl the last stitch of the central double increase. We're going to knit the 2nd stitch of it, purl the 1st stitch, purl the right make 1, and knit to the end of the row. So that's how you do that part of this cable. Let me show you the little cable again so we can take a look at it. Let me find it. So what we just did is, this is the make one, the central double increase, and the other make one right here. And then up here, you're going to bind off 4 stitches over the center one. So you take 5 stitches and turn it into 1, and there'll be a video linked right here on how to do that. So let's move ahead now and let's look at this swatch. This is the same thing, but I used a second color for working the cable. So let me show you how to do that. So it's the same chart, except the cable is in a second color. It's the exact same chart. So we're going to work over the first 6 stitches. We're going to purl those 6 stitches. And this is the same whether you're continental or English. There's your 6 stitches. Now we're going to pick up our second color. I'm going to use this blue, and I have a strand. I've doubled it so that I have, it's folded in half right here. I'm going to start at the fold. So this way I don't have to have any ends to weave in later. And it'll give me both legs of my cable. So we're going to put this leg for the make one up on the needle, the left needle. We're going to use the right needle and pull the contrast color stitch through. Then this is the stitch we're going to do the central double increase. So we knit in the back, knit in the front, slide it off, put that bar that's right in the middle back on the left needle, knit it through the back. Now we're going to make our left make one right here with this bar really tight. This is where the pointy needles really come in hand. These are Chaogu lace, and the other set I was using with the one color is Haya Sharps. They're both some of my favorite needles. Now we'll work to the end of the row. We're going to drop the blue, pick up the white from behind. Whoops, I want the white. Here we go. Pick up the white, the blue's behind the work. It's real easy to forget to change colors. I've done that many times. Now, let's turn it over and look at the other side. So we've got our 5 stitches there. Here we have one leg of the blue and the other leg of the blue, and we have the white that went across. When we work back, we're going to work these first 2 stitches as blue. The center stitch we're going to work as white, and the second set of 2 stitches of the blue as blue. Okay, and then I'm going to also show you, I'm going to do a few rows of the cable so you can see how I change colors as I work the cable in the second color. So we're going to work our 6 stitches just like we did on the previous little swatch. Now we're going to bring the yarn to the wrong side, and we take it over the blue, pick up this leg of the blue from underneath the main color, and we're going to purl these 2 stitches. Then we're going to bring the blue down, pick up the white from underneath the blue, it's below the blue, pick this up, and we're going to also purl this stitch. Not knit, purl. On the white we knitted it. Then we're going to pick up the second leg. This is the first leg of the blue. We want to pick up the second leg from underneath the white. This is super important. This is just like doing intarsia. And work the second 2 stitches of the blue. as pearls because we want them knits on the right side. Now we drop the blue over the white, pick up the white from underneath, snug it up, work the last 6 stitches. So we've added 5 stitches. I'm sorry, we've turned 1 stitch into 4. Into 5. We've added 4 stitches. Here's one leg, here's the other. This is the wrong side of the work. Here we have the right side of the work. Now on our chart we can see that we're going to have a cable crossing here and a cable crossing here with these purl stitches in the middle. So let's do that so you can see how I manage the colors. So I'm going to work 4 stitches and then we're going to work a cable crossing. Now I do them without a cable needle. You can do it with a cable needle if you want. Once I learned how to cable without a cable needle, there was no turning back. We want to move these 2 blue stitches over in front of these 2 white stitches. Okay, it's a cable crossing. So we're going to move them over. We're just transposing the 4 stitches on the left needle. That's our cable crossing. Now we're going to drop the white over the blue. If we look at the back side, we take the white over the blue, pick up the blue from underneath. Then we're going to knit the 2 blue stitches. Then the blue is going to be dropped over the white, pick up the white from underneath the blue. The blue goes over the white, pick up the white from underneath, bring the white yarn to the front, and we're going to purl these 2 stitches from the cable crossing. Then we're going to purl the center stitch. Then we're going to do our second cable crossing. So we want to bring these 2 stitches in front of the blue to the head of the needle, actually behind the blue, but to the head of the needle, and work these 2 stitches. Then we take the white yarn over the top of the blue leg. Make sure you get the correct blue leg because there's 2 legs on the back of the needle now. Knit these 2 stitches. Drop the blue over the white yarn. The white yarn comes underneath the blue and work the last 4 stitches. And we'll do a wrong side row as well. Hang in there, we're almost done. We're going to turn our work. Now we've got our 2 legs, one over here, one over here. They're separated. Now we're just going to work back in pattern on the needle because we're on the wrong side row. And we don't have any cables on wrong side rows in this particular pattern. It's not common that you see cables on wrong side rows. So we drop the white over the top of the blue, pick up the blue from underneath the white. Work the blue stitches. Drop the blue over the white, pick up the white under the blue. Work the white stitches. Drop the white over the blue, pick up the blue from underneath, work the blue stitches, drop the blue over the white, pick up the white from underneath, and work the last 4 stitches. By the way, these little charts are in with the pattern for you to practice on before you start the pillow. So here's the wrong side, here's the right side, and this is what it looks like when it's finished. Over here in this corner, I'll put a link to the, at the end of the video, there'll be a link here to the whole playlist for this pillow, which I have other videos on working the intarsia cables. And up in this corner will be the video that you can click on for decreasing 5 stitches to 1. Take a minute and give me a thumbs up down there if you don't mind. Share my videos with your friends. Be sure to leave me a comment. Let me know if you've tried this before, what you think about it, and come back and watch some more. And happy knitting.